I was asked to talk about my attitude with the one-to-one iPads coming, and Leslie will tell you I was bugging her every week, like, when are my iPads coming? When are my iPads coming? We had 3 carts, came down to 2 carts, and we were sharing them on campus. So you had to really be so explicit and special about how you were going to use it. You might only get to use it once and then not get to use it again for a month. And it's kind of hard to get yourself and the kids in a rhythm and routine of learning how to use the technology when you're only touching it once a month. So we were very excited about getting the one-to-one where both the kids and we, the teachers, could get that familiarity of using the devices on a daily basis. This generation is not as much about go home and read the directions as they are go home and play with keys and see what happens. So for them to have that chance to have a device where they knew it would be theirs, and if they goofed they could fix it without anybody having to know, I think it makes them a lot more comfortable with using the devices, which then leads to better use in the classroom. But you do have to think about it, because otherwise it can be a distraction as well. Because, for example, if I have the choice to listen to someone lecture about something or Google something, I'd be tempted to Google. So you do have to make sure that you're planning how you're going to use the devices in the classroom. But that being said, you can differentiate so much better. You can make your lessons to where this segment of the class is working on this activity and this segment of the class is working on that activity, and you can have all the directions and the resources for those activities be iPad-based. iPad has helped with the curriculum planning, mostly. Just it helps us to find new ways to keep the kids engaged, things that are visually more interesting. So instead of having to run copies of something that are in black and white, now I can, we had a Planet where it's a lot more interesting and visual, and something the kids can really dig into versus just me handing them this little black and white packet of information. The ability to be able to navigate systems independently is something that the kids, it's a challenge for them at the junior high level to be able to ask questions or for them to do research on a topic. They're asking me questions now in class, some of which I'm having to say, that sounds like a great question. Why don't you go find the answer for that for me and bring it back? So learning how to find information and be able to evaluate whether it's valid and credible and a good resource or not, those are important skills they need to have for life anyway.